Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back with a video. Sorry it's been a little while. I've been working full time. I haven't had a lot of time on my hands. But the good news is I am almost done. I'm almost finished with my regular job. My last day is Tuesday, so I'm really excited about that. Um, Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you guys had a great 4th. So, yeah, today I'm coming to you with kind of an interesting way to do. Um, Kind of an interesting way to do some product research, and I think you guys will like it. I found it's a very cool way. I've already found it took me maybe 15 minutes. I found some really cool products very quickly. It's a little bit creative, I think. I really like how it's worked out. So let me go ahead and let's get right to it, guys. So first thing I did, I'm logged into Amazon, and I'm also this is actually one of the products I found. I'll show you, but I'm logged into Jungle Scout. So here's what I did. I actually, so I went into Opportunity Finder. Okay, this is one of the best tools out there. I picked the category of patio, lawn, and garden, just to show you guys what I'm doing. I usually run around 250 average monthly units sold. I just chose a random price of 20. You can go higher. Just chose a random price of 20. Depends on what you're looking for. I do like the higher priced items, but for this video, search volume I had like 8,000. Now you can go up or down with this. The higher the monthly search volume, and if the competition's medium to low, and if the niche score is pretty good, that's a pretty good product right there. Typically, if you can differentiate it. But we're looking for good numbers, but then we're learning how to differentiate stuff. So what I did, and here's the unique part of what I did. So if I just do a search for this, okay, with these settings in here, comes up with 222 results. So you could go through that, and you could definitely find products in there. 222 is not insurmountable to look through. But let's say you want to look for something very specific. So if I'm in patio, lawn, and garden, let's just say I want to put a word in to try to find something unique, or a word that you might think could definitely be in patio, lawn, and garden. So I thought to myself, let's just put pot in there, right? Because there's so many different things. There's pot holders, there's pot, all kinds of different pot stuff. So here's what it came up with. Is hose pot. So if you actually type in hose pot, this is really cool. So what it is, it's actually just a pot where you store your hose in, that you pull your hose out of. So it kind of is like a decoration that you can hide your hose in, that has a hole you can bring it out of there. So I thought that was pretty neat. Niche score is really high. When you check out the numbers on Jungle Scout, and literally I found this in like 5 minutes just by doing that. So you can do this with any category. It doesn't have to just be lawn and garden. So this says high demand, high competition, but that's earlier it was actually a different number, but that's not true, because this is not a pot. I actually searched for a different word. Hose pot. You probably wouldn't. So hose pot holder, I think, would be the better term. And you can get rid of stuff that's not related to your product, because some things just try to use that keyword to get in there, but they're not really the same thing as your product that you're looking for. So what you want to kind of do is go through and get rid of some of this stuff. This is just a whiskey barrel. It's just a pot. It's not the holder. Now that's a holder. That's a holder. Holder, not a holder, right? This is just a pot. That's just not a holder. Not a pot holder. So you can go through here and eliminate which ones are not the actual product. So you have to kind of go through them, X them out. Get rid of this. So you can pretty much go through this whole thing and get rid of most of these. Let's see here. So anyway, so if I go through and I actually get rid of the ones that aren't related to this, I don't think that's related. So anyway, go through them all. You can see it's like medium and low competition. People are making money in this niche, right? So this guy is selling 100 a day, which is crazy, but he also has 460 reviews. So he was probably the first to market. Now the cool thing is a lot of these have low reviews. You could definitely break into that market. People selling 11.9, 11.13. It is more seasonal, I would say, but you could probably sell, most of the year. If you create a unique pot design, and the crazy part is some of these are selling for 150. I mean, $230. I mean, it's crazy. Like, that's selling for 150. Now it's probably because it's copper, but like I can't imagine it's that much to make. 150 bucks. Like, they're netting 115, so I'm not sure what you would pay. It's not really my area of expertise. I'm not sure what you would pay for a copper finish pot, 12 by 16, but I can't imagine it's that much. Like, they're maybe 20, 30 bucks at most, even less. So they're pulling in a good chunk of change just with this one pot, is my guess. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the copper pot's extremely expensive, but like, here's another one. Doesn't really say, but it looks like it's made out of some kind of maybe copper. Again, they're selling 11 a day. They're selling for 120. So, and they're selling for 48, and they're really making a killing. But so I think if you could get a unique design, like an oak barrel design or like a rustic design, I think you could do really well in this market. And it's not very competitive. When you remove the unrelated stuff, you realize it's not that competitive. So that's one example of how you can find something really quickly, which I love this for Opportunity Finder. So let me guys show you some of the other stuff I checked out. So I found an adjustable plant holder, pot holder. I forget, I had different search criteria earlier, but I did the same type of thing. I put in pot, and I forget what I looked under. I think it was under patio, lawn, and garden. So you can mess around with the settings and then just put in a keyword you're looking for to include. You can also, of course, exclude keywords, which is really neat as well. So if you don't want to have like gloves, sanitizer, mask, all those things that are popular right now, get rid of those things so you can weed through all the stuff that's essential stuff if you're in certain categories. So let's just check out this adjustable plant holder. I think it is. What did I search for? Adjustable plant pot holder. Pot holder. I know that's 4 words. You might be. I'm sure there's other keywords that are only 2 or 3, but this is a pretty neat product, I thought. Definitely has some potential. Daily sales are spread out pretty good. Again, make sure everything in your listing is related to that. So it looks like it is so far. Geez, you have some people with some really high ratings, but not a ton. There's still a lot of low ratings. So I kind of go through here. I want to see generally, 7 of them or so with low ratings below 75 or so, and that's pretty much the going. 81 will even take. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, so we'll say 7. So 7. Pretty much close to 75, and you even go up to 13, 14. You can see these are low as well. So there's definitely medium demand, medium competition, but there's definitely room to break into this market. Now the question is, how do you differentiate that? So I looked at some of the reviews. So here's kind of how you want to think about your. So we found a product, right? It has decent numbers. You decided I can break into this, but how do you do it? You have to have a good differentiation. That's where really the key comes in. What's going to make yours different from every other pot holder, right? Now, your size, your color, your quality, all of those things make a difference. But you have to make it something that you can actually see, right? Because people are going to look first, and they're going to try your product. It has to be a good product, but you have to be able to make it something that they can see. So you might have the best modification in the world, but if it's not something that people can actually see in the picture, if you can't display that, you're gonna have a hard time selling it. So think about that before you before you do this. So I think, you know, make sure it's easy to put together. Make sure it's, you know, you could do pack of 2 as they've done, and they're selling 34 and they have 4 stars. So if we, you know, just check this out, they do have a lot of ratings though, which I'm sure is a big part of it. So let's see, they're doing 6 sales a day. They only have 4 stars. Let's see why they have 4 stars. I read one and it was like the screw was really hard to get in, and that's why they were having trouble putting it together. Not great for larger parts, so they're not happy with the size. Now, did they clearly differentiate the size in their pictures? Because they probably should have if they didn't. It might just be a case of a customer not paying attention. Oh, they're very clear with their size. So, you know, you got to wonder, like, what that, unless they adjusted these afterwards, like, what's that customer complaining about? They knew what the size was. So that's really not a fair rating. Looks classy. I don't know what I would do a heavy pot. So that's also another thing I've noticed about some of these, and this is how you figure out what people want, and can you make it different. Now this is a tough one, but the sales are spread out pretty well. So you could go with a different material, you can make a good quality, but again, that won't show until people start buying it, and you need to have something that people can see, whether it's 2, a different color. If you can show them that you have a better design through your infographics, and for those of you that don't know, infographics would be just a picture describing the actual product. So even the size, that would be an infographic. Like, see how they have the circles there, adjust plant stand, you know, they have the very specifics on how they're going to do it. So I think it's a pretty good listing here. I like the infographics, very clean look. That's really bad though. The Photoshop there is horrible. That's really a bad Photoshop as well. Infographics are good, but the lifestyle pictures are bad. But anyway, so yeah, this is something, if you can think of a good differentiation for this, you know, I wonder why nobody's added maybe some decoration to this part. Like, if you see where I'm pointing, maybe you could add, what I think would be really cool is, why just have a plain adjustable holder? Why not put like a decoration on here, like some leaves, or make a green one or a red one, or something that has a little design on it? I think that would do really well. I don't see anybody that has that. They all go with the plain stuff. Let's take a look. But this is a market you can break into. You have to be creative. You have to think outside the box sometimes. What do people want? So people want quality. They want it to hold up heavier plants. They don't want junk. They want it big enough where it can hold bigger plants. So be very clear. Maybe have a big one and a small one together. But sometimes people want consistency, so maybe they want 2. Maybe sell 2 different sizes. See how they have a little bit of a different design here. So you could check out maybe a little bit of a different design. But I even think, like I said, if you put a design on the actual holder itself, I think that would be pretty neat. I don't see anybody doing that. That's pretty neat. See how you can, looks like they're stackable, or maybe it's just a double. That's pretty neat. So, you know, you can see how people are using their imaginations with this. That's a little thinner. So there's different things you could definitely do. So yeah, that's when it comes to how can mine be better, how can mine be different. That's a little bit of a different color and design. I like that. So yeah, stackable, like we talked about. There's different things you can do with this, and it's definitely a market you can break into, and it's definitely something we found very quickly by simply putting in pot. I mean, it's that simple, and just putting certain search criteria in there. So that's what's really cool about Opportunity Finder. Another one I found, pull that up, I found a dinosaur diaper bag. I don't know if this is going to be great, and I forget, I must have put it in, I think it was baby. And I didn't have the same search criteria. You can mess around with that. But I think I put, see, if you could just put kit. So let's just put kit. You know, like, maybe there's a baby kit. Okay, I didn't find anything. So we need to, let's just get rid of this. Alright, let's try it now. There we go. So we got 14 results. That's really not bad to look through, right? So I looked through some of this stuff. There wasn't much promising there. Newborn grooming kit. I know I looked through it, but you guys get the idea. So, like, kit is one of those words you could use for so many things because it indicates a bundle, right? So it's really going to lower your search results. If I were to look at this, I don't think the numbers were very good. And, like, what's a newborn kit consist of? So, not the best example of a good product to sell. But when I did look through this, I ended up finding some other stuff. I think I might have looked for a bag. Let me see. Yeah, this is high competition, high demand. So a lot of sales here. You could break into potentially, but it might be hard for your PPC to get it up there. So let's just try, like, maybe I typed in bag, I think, because there could be, you know, bag for so many things. But yeah, there's dinosaur diaper bag. That might have been how I came across that. I was looking for something else. So mermaid diaper bag. So really, if you come up with a cool design on a bag, cow diaper bag. So these are all supposed to be good niches, low competition. Now, you want the one with, like, high monthly search volume, like diaper bag set. So let's see what even comes up when we type that in. Diaper bag set. Has really high volume, 1,000 searches. So the higher the volume, the better. The price is pretty good, $44. See, dinosaur diaper bags up there, and search volume's not horrible either. So it's on the higher end. So when we looked at this, let's check out the numbers and kind of get an idea. Alright, so we've got diaper bag set here. Looks like the average price is around 30 or more for most. Give or take, some are 40. So between 30 and $40, I would say. High demand, high competition. Not something you really want to look into, but when I was looking through this stuff, I think I looked up dinosaur diaper bag. So you're going a little bit of more of a niche within. So let's check out the numbers on this. So that's the thing. When you're searching for something, if you notice something within a search term you're looking for, check that out. Type in that and try to figure out what the keyword is and see how the numbers are for that. So that's a good way to find stuff. Look into other sellers if you find a seller. So you got medium demand, low competition. There's some people doing really well with some dinosaur bags in here. Like, let's see if we can find somebody with fairly low reviews. It's doing okay. But some of these reviews are a little high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 or 6. So you can still break into this, but they're doing okay. That's a really cheap item, though. We wouldn't want to sell that. Yeah, so there's not a ton of demand here. You could break in, but it would just be tougher. Be harder to break into. I probably wouldn't mess with this, but you could possibly do it. If that's your thing. I mean, these people have 300, 200 reviews. They're selling a lot better. More good reviews equals a lot more sales. So let's see if we can find something that I haven't found yet. Let's just get rid of this baby. Get rid of bag. Let's try tools and home improvement. Let's type in kit. Okay. Alright, came up with 48 results. It's not bad. Let's see what we got. Outdoor shower kit. So I like to try to find the ones that are either average monthly units sold. They're all pretty good. Lock picking kit sets. So you cannot sell a lock picking set. It's against Amazon's terms and conditions. People name it different things. I'm just telling you, don't do it. But you do what you want. I wouldn't recommend it. It's always going to be up there because listings are constantly getting removed and re-added and removed and re-added. So don't even go with the ones that say like practice kit, like it's the same thing. Um, so let's see, door molding kit. Let's see what that is, if that has any promise. Door molding kit. All right. So, all right. So it's like the molding that goes on a door, is what I understand. So that's different. It just gives you a little molding on the door. And I guess with a kit, it has everything you need to probably get it stuck on there. Maybe it comes with some type of glue. Let's see. I mean, they have 5 reviews. We'll see if they're selling anything. So you go, high demand, low competition. Now, prices vary wildly. It depends on what you want to put in there. But so let me see if we can find a good one here. I mean, they're doing a lot of sales, but they also, again, they have a lot of reviews. So 37 sales a day, that's not a bad deal at all. And they're selling actually the stripping, so that doesn't really apply. It's part of a kit, but so there's different stuff in here. So here's an actual kit. So yeah, the sales aren't quite as strong as I would like to see. What the heck is that? Huh. Something to do with the car, I think. Yeah, that's like the tools you use to remove like your lights, like your tail lights and stuff. Um, they're well established, so you'd have to remove that stuff to get a true picture. But yeah, like there's some molding. They're not selling for much; they're just selling the molding itself. So you might be able to break into this with a molding kit, like everything you need to put it on there. Doesn't look like too many people have that. So let's check it out. Paint Roller Pro Kit. So again, our keyword, we're searching for kit. And we're searching under tools, and we have some other criteria here, like NID score 7 to 10. I want to eliminate a little bit. Let's go 8 to 10. See, so now we're down to 7. So that really changed it quick. So we don't want N95. Ceiling fit. I mean, gate hinge kit. I don't even know what that stuff is. Like, I have no idea. Not really. Tools aren't really my thing. Just not my area of expertise. I'm not exactly really handy. So, a gate hinge kit, that makes perfect sense. Just hinges for a gate. I mean, it's not rocket science. Let's see. So, there you go, medium demand, low competition. It's a market you can definitely break into. Some of these are like brackets for shelving. So there's a lot of like unrelated stuff, but like they're doing okay. They have 13 reviews, and they're selling for $30. They'll probably make that for a couple bucks. I mean, and they're selling 8 a day. That's not bad at all. So you can definitely break into this. There's just a hinge that Amazon's selling. So yeah, I don't really see a ton on here. You'd have to kind of remove the unrelated ones, but the actual like hinges for the fence, they're actually doing pretty well. I mean, this guy's doing, with 31 reviews, 12 sales a day. That's pretty good. If you make some quality hinges and you advertise it, you can actually do okay. So here's some smaller items. Like, I haven't made the search criteria for bigger items, but if you did this right, here's 3 reviews. They're selling 4 a day. They're selling 41 a day. They have a lot more reviews. So yeah, if you make a quality product, you get your reviews up to 20, 30. You could actually do okay with this if you want a smaller item. So there you go. We searched for gate hinge kit. So there might be other keywords that you need to type in. Maybe there's gate hinges, but yeah. So that's something to consider. Um, Ceiling fan weight balance kit. Like, I don't know if that's just going to be specific to whatever. Ceiling fan. Fan. Let's just put balance kit. Not sure what that even is. I mean, I'm sure it balances the fan out, but I really don't know how that's going to work. So, yeah, I mean, it could be neat. I just don't know enough about it to really know how that all works. Have to do a little research. Again, this would be a smaller item. I'm more into the bigger items, but this is kind of a cool way to find stuff, guys. So feel free to use any of the items I found. Medium demand, low competition, not bad. Sales are kind of spread out here. 39 reviews. They're doing really well. $10, but they're selling 65 a day. Even if they make a couple bucks, that adds up. Right there. Westinghouse. So it looks like it's a pretty cheap thing to buy. It's a very small item. I don't know how you differentiate it aside from the number of them. I don't know if they're universal. These are all things you'd have to figure out. And you'd want to remove that. You'd want to remove the actual fans here because they're not related to the actual product. But at any rate, yeah, there's actually a lot of fans on here. But, so, yeah, you could do okay with that for a very small item. So, I'm not against small items. I just not my thing. I want a bigger item that can generate a lot of revenue. You can generate revenue with a lot of small items, too. I'm not saying you can't. You can do a combo, whatever you want to do. But, clearly there's not a ton of sellers in this. A lot of these are fans that have nothing to do with the blade balancing. So from what it looks like to me is if your fan's off kilter, you just take this and you put this on one of the blades, and I think these are little weights, and what it does, it can level out your fans so it's not shaking around. So you have to find that balance. So it looks like same thing. These kind of clip on each blade to try to level it out, and you can mess with the weight. So it's kind of a neat idea. Not a lot of sellers. Very small product, very cheap to start. So there you go. Hopefully you guys get some info out of this and understand that it can be that simple. You can literally go through here and just type in a keyword, and you can search, and you can find some really cool stuff. Like, we tried pot and patio lawn and garden. Found a couple good products there. We tried kit. We tried bag, I think, and baby. So just put in a random word. Like, we could try industrial and scientific, and we could just maybe type in like glass, because a lot of things have glass, but we don't necessarily want glass. But 2-ounce diaper bottle. So there's not much there. There's only one because I have the niche score so high. So we could just type in. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. Type in any word you want that might be in there. Technology, maybe not. We could type in wood, right? There you go. So wood restore. Now that's not something we'd want to sell, but the sky's the limit. You can do this, and you can put in kitchen and dining, industrial, home and kitchen, and then you can keep the word wood and then hit search. And there you go. They came with 5 results, but you might be able to find a really good item that way. So keep your options open there. So if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. This is product research. Really a cool way I found to find good items. Please feel free to try it out for yourself, and I hope you guys have a great night. Please email me. I do have some cool things coming down the wire here. I am open to coaching people. My email is fbacommute@gmail.com. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands because I'm going to be off of work. So please feel free to email me if you just have general questions. I'll be happy to try to answer them for free. If you guys want more in-depth coaching and you want help with putting together the whole package, I'll be willing to do that. It's $100 a month, but frankly, I know for a lot of people out there it's a lot, but if you think about it, it's not. I mean, if I spend 3-4 hours with you, it's not that much money I'm making. I can make more doing other things. I do want to help out, but if I'm going to spend a lot of my time helping, I'm going to need something for that. And I really think I can help you make you guys successful. There's no guarantees for anything. You may fail, but you may be a wild success as well. So I have some products that I'm really pumped about. If you guys do want coaching, I expect you to do the work. I'm not going to do the work for you. It's not an easy button. For $100 a month, nobody's going to put together a product for you and do everything for you. Not going to happen anywhere. If you give me 10 grand, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it for $100. Like, I'll help answer your questions. I'll help you figure out a differentiation. But you're going to have to do the product research yourself and find something that you like, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So, yeah, that's the deal. You've got to be committed to working and finding that product. I'm also going to put out a list, which you'd be welcome to use one of the items off the list. I think maybe 5 items a month, $25 for the list, and I'll put what my thoughts are on differentiating it. And that's not bad, $5 an item. I'll probably limit it to 20 to 30 people. I don't want too many people doing the same things. So anyway, guys, if you are interested, please hit me up at fbacommute@gmail.com. If you have other questions, please hit me up at fbacommute@gmail.com. Hope everybody has a great night. And my last day is Tuesday. I am so pumped. So, the dream can happen for you. People put crazy stuff like, "Oh, you're gonna be buying I'm not gonna be buying a mansion. I'm not rich, but I'm making a living doing it." Which, to me, that's freedom, man. That's freedom, and I love it. I love to do this. I love to get up every day and do this. This is my passion. I'm not gonna have to punch a clock anymore. So if you guys want that type of freedom, I can hopefully help you get there. Like I said, there's no guarantees in life, but I have relentlessly studied this stuff, and I know it, and I know this stuff well. But you have to bring your work ethic every day because nobody's going to do it for you. So have a great night, and God bless, guys. Thanks.